Alright, I didn't know whether I wanted to show y'all this, but this is our composting setup, you know, so we really make the most out of these little buckets. You know, they're not that much. They contain a large amount of material, and really, you know, the truth is they seem to hold more. You know, if you're gonna go get a ceramic pot, you know, obviously the ceramics probably be better. You know, these only last for a number of years, but for the price, it just, and the size of what it can hold, you can't beat it. So well, right now we really use these for composting, but right now what we use them for is holding the excess mixture we got of mushroom compost and topsoil. So and then this one here is a 55-gallon drum. We got this as a kind of the family composter. So what we do, we got a ton of they call it Wandering Jew. I know that's not I guess it's not politically correct, but I don't know what else. I don't remember the name of it, but other than that, but they call it Wandering Jew. We got a ton of this. So every now and again I pull this up, you know, I cut it down and pull it up, and I go on ahead and I put it in our composter, as well as when I cut our grass. And we got the little old-fashioned grass cutter, manual, so with a bag, you know, so we saved a little bit of money. I, you know, get to work out when I'm you know, cutting the grass a little bit more than, you know, just a mower. Don't have to worry about gas and all that, and I just cut and I throw that in the composter as well, and you know, it does a good job of filling it back up. And really, we wind up using the compost teas. I need to do some more research on that. I heard some concern. I think I heard some concerns that people had maybe about it a little bit, but we really just use the compost teas. So the reason I like composting these containers is it produces a lot of juice, and you can take that juice and you could put it in the tea. So while the rest of the stuff composting and breaking down, you using stuff that would have just been leached into the ground. And what I noticed composting over the years, you put a lot of stuff in, you get a certain amount of compost out, but then the reality is, you know, you see all these green things growing right around your compost pile, just loving it, you know, living large, you know. So I was like, well, what if we could keep the juices that's leaching down into the soil? And so that's part of why I use the little tubs. But you know, I always got to do more research. These are shiitakes that we planted. We having some trouble with them. We got some different mushrooms growing on here. I got a little mycology guy I met. He's super cool. So hopefully I'm gonna you know, get some little education from him. We may just have to pull these logs that have already been colonized by other mushrooms, and call them a, you know, no-go. But some of them haven't been colonized by the other mushrooms. They just, you know, they just seem to guess the shiitakes are in there working. It's been raining a lot this summer, so you know, they've been getting a lot of good rain, and that's what they need. And so you know, we got shiitakes. And really, I did the math before we, you know, wasn't able to use some of the logs, and some of the spawn, I guess, probably went bad by now, and had, you know, super rainy summer and all these other issues. But basically, you don't have to really plant too many shiitakes, and it take a little bit of work, but it ain't, you know, it ain't the worst thing in the world. I think it was hard because the way we chose the work kind of hunched over a little bit, so it was kind of tough on the back. But basically, you could produce a lot of shiitakes, and we eat shiitakes, and they're also medicinal, and they're expensive. So you could produce like a lot of your mushrooms, and really you don't have to do much with this. You don't have to weed it. You don't have to really, you know, obviously you got to keep other mushrooms from growing in it, but I don't really know what to do about that. So, but short of that, you know, hopefully we should have a good harvest, and if not, we'll have learned some things, and going forward we'll be able to do it better. And that's another food resource, and this is a log. They just grow in logs, so that's what it is. All right.